We have a warrant to search this property. Step aside.
Okay, then show me the warrant.
We don't have to show you anything. We're executing a lawful search.
Actually, under the Fourth Amendment, you're required to present the warrant before entry.
Lady, you're interfering with a police investigation. That's a crime.
And conducting a warrantless search is a constitutional violation. That's a law.
If police execute a search warrant, take photos of any damage, keep copies of all paperwork, note the names and badge numbers of all officers present, and write down exactly what happened while it's fresh in your memory. Fourth, seek legal help immediately. If you believe a search was illegal, contact an attorney right away. There are strict time limits for challenging searches and preserving evidence. Fifth, understand that accountability is possible but requires follow-through. Jasmine didn't just stop the illegal search. She filed complaints with 3 different agencies. She cooperated with investigators. She prosecuted the case. She saw it through to the end. That's what creates change. As of now, Derek Mullins has 7 years left on his sentence. He filed an appeal arguing that his conviction was unfair because the prosecutor had been personally involved in the case. The appeal was denied. Jasmine Carter was promoted to senior trial attorney in the public corruption unit. She now supervises other prosecutors working on police misconduct cases. She has trained FBI agents on how to identify warrant fraud. She lectures at law schools about federal prosecution of civil rights violations. The Philadelphia Police Department still operates under the consent decree requiring outside review of warrant applications. Compliance has been mixed. Some officers embrace the reforms, others resist them. The audits have found continued problems, though not as severe as during the Derek Mullins era. None of these changes would have happened if Jasmine had stepped aside that Saturday morning. None of them would have happened if she had let the illegal search proceed and filed a complaint later. None of them would have happened if she hadn't known her rights and had the power to enforce them. One prosecutor, one illegal warrant, 23 minutes at her front door, and an entire police unit was dismantled. That's the power of knowledge combined with institutional authority. That's what accountability looks like when someone with the ability to enforce it refuses to look away. That's what happens when corrupt officers finally encounter someone they can't intimidate. Final question for you. What's one thing you learned from this story that you didn't know before? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. This story matters because it reveals how police corruption thrives. Not through dramatic Hollywood-style crime, but through routine corner cutting and assumptions that nobody will push back. Through warrant applications that exaggerate facts because judges are too busy to scrutinize them carefully. Through supervisors who approve questionable tactics because questioning officers is uncomfortable. Jasmine's story shows that these systems can be challenged, that corrupt officers can be prosecuted, that entire units can be held accountable when patterns of misconduct are exposed. That change is possible when someone with knowledge and authority refuses to accept business as usual. Not every illegal search gets stopped. Not every corrupt officer goes to prison. Not every victim has access to justice. But this one did, and that matters. The warrant application that Derek Mullins submitted that Friday afternoon is now used in law schools as an example of probable cause fraud. You can see where he claimed facts that didn't exist. You can see where he exaggerated suspicious activity. You can see exactly what warrant fraud looks like. And maybe, just maybe, the next time an officer thinks about cutting corners on a warrant application, they'll remember this case. They'll remember Derek Mullins serving 8 years in federal prison. They'll remember that the person whose door they knock on might be someone who knows the law better than they do. That's Jasmine's legacy. Not just prosecuting one corrupt cop, but showing that the system can work when people with power use it properly. That accountability is real when someone enforces it. That rights matter when someone defends them. This is a story of how an assistant United States attorney turned an attempted illegal search into federal prison sentences for multiple officers and systemic reform for an entire police department. But more than that, it's a story about courage, knowledge, and the ongoing fight against corruption in law enforcement. Thanks for watching this story all the way through. If you found this eye-opening, make sure you're subscribed because I cover more stories like this that need to be told. Drop a comment letting me know what you think should happen in cases like these. See you in the next one.